you're someone who has around 27 years of experience, and must have you must have interviewed a lot of graduates along the way, graduates, middle management, upper management. So according to you, what are the distinct qualities you, or per se any interviewer, would look for in a prospective candidate? And we'll discuss about freshers, about middle junior professionals and senior management to give a holistic perspective.
I think there are a lot of qualities which are required, but I will, for fresh graduate and junior professionals, because that's the area where I always keep writing blogs or keep talking on YouTube channels. So I think for fresh graduates and junior professionals, technical knowledge is one aspect, and when they do graduation, post graduation, it is uh, thought that they already have that technical knowledge, base level knowledge as a graduate. But beyond technical knowledge, also there are a lot of expectations, the attitude of a person, willingness of a person, whether he is trying to groom himself, grow in career, or he's just trying to be stagnant. No, there are a lot of thought processes, and I have interviewed thousands of candidates from fresh graduate towards almost senior manager level or general manager level, and there are expectations different at every stage. As a junior, attitude, behavior, the willingness to work plays very important role as juniors. It's not always technical knowledge. I can share a small experience of mine. Many years back, when I was a manager, maybe somewhere around 2006 7, I
Okay.
interviewed one fresh graduate. He has worked for only for 6 months in some forest microbiology testing laboratory. And while asking questions, he could give some basic answers, but he couldn't tell me within 6 months of his experience what did he learn. And he couldn't answer many of the questions. So I was about to reject him, but then I thought, let me check if there is something in this candidate. So I at the end asked him, dear, tell me, what do you think should be decision of this interview? He was very clear. He said, sir, you are going to reject me. I said, good.
Okay.
You yourself are saying that you are going to get rejected. So then I asked him, then tell me, if at all you are getting rejected and still you want me to hire you, tell me two things why I should hire you. And
Okay.
it's very, and I kept that thing always in my mind, how things can change at the end of the interview. He was about to get rejected, but when I asked him to share two thoughts why I should hire him, he said, first thing, as a fresh graduate, I got interviewed many organizations.
Correct.
Everywhere organization says, we need experienced person.
Yes.
If no one gives me that experience, how I will become an experienced person? Was first thought. And when he gave that answer, I went back to my graduation days. Even I struggled the same. I got interviewed many companies get giving me answer that they want experienced person. So that
Correct. Yeah.
struggle remains with a fresh graduate. And I felt that let me hear from him what is second thought of him. Second thing he said, I know that I have 6 months, been 6 months in some laboratory, and whatever question you asked about that laboratory, what instrument we use, what is the filter size of that HEPA filter in the area. I have asked all these questions to my seniors over there with my curiosity, but I never got proper answers to my curious question. So right now I'm feeling if I work with good experienced people, good organization where I get groomed, I think that's the thing I want to do. Want to be amongst knowledgeable people so that I learn and grow. And I think he was appropriate at his thought process. And I
Correct.
think his willingness to work, his struggle to get good opportunity to groom himself in career made me select him. And so it's not always necessary that you know answer of every technical question, but your attitude, your willingness to work, your struggle, your thought process can make a magic differently. That's what I would like to say for juniors. For a bit more seniors, I think as you grow to senior positions, what organizations expect is someone who doesn't not run away from whatever is the situation of organization, any cultural change required in organization. The person should be able to contribute to that transformation, rather than running away from situation. Sometimes we hear uh, that there was huge workload in that organization, culture was not good,
Yeah.
environment. At a senior position, organization want senior people making that transformational change to change the career in culture into a good culture. So senior positions, they should not run away, rather they should be entering, helping those transformations. That's the expectation at senior level positions. I think this is what I can share in short.
Very, very nice perspective, I would say. But there's one thing I want to know. See, a typical interview might last anywhere between 15 to 60 minutes. I guess that's a good enough assumption. So,
Yeah.
like, how is an interviewer able to gauge through the candidate? Like, as in, just like you said, you listen to your gut about the incident that you shared about the pressure. So, how is it that within just 15 to 60 minutes, like, what goes through the interviewer's mind that they're able to, read the person or at least take that bet, you know?
I think as an interviewer, I always feel that 15 to 20 minutes, 30 minutes is never sufficient, because what happens if you, in first few minutes, if you make an impression about the candidate, then it is likely to become the decision. Like, and statistically, the survey says that in first 1 to 2 minutes, usually interviewer makes up mind whether this good is good or bad, and that is where is the problem likely to happen. But for interviewers, what they should do, and I try to do that when I interview, if first few minutes I feel that the candidate is not good, I keep on trying. There must be something good in this. And one story which I shared, I would have rejected him, but the last end of the interview, he changed the scenario totally. So till end, interviewer should also try to catch something good in that candidate, try to create different cases, scenarios, rather than making the impression in first few minutes. Because that's always subjective. If a interviewer is makes the goes by first impression may be wrong, but so you have to keep on asking, asking challenging question, keep on giving some cases how he will behave in different scenarios. So 15, 20, 30 minutes is not good enough. And once you start interviewing and you start getting the flavor of that candidate, the interview never remains for 30 minutes or 20 minutes, it stretches long. And that should actually happen for senior level interviews also. Sometimes some organization do 4 5 levels of interviews by different people,
Yes,
hours of interviews, then only they try to conclude whether this is the right candidate. So sufficient time need to be given, and
correct.
not to make a decision based on 1 or 2 question or first 1 to 2 or 5 minutes, but overall at the end of 30, 40, 50 minute, 1 hour discussion, you can then overall see what is good, what is bad. See, every candidate will not be 100% in
Yes,
everything. So we have to summarize at the end what is good about this candidate, where he will perform, where he will not perform. If we hire him, where we will need to support him. So that is how at the end of long interview discussion, an interviewer may decide what exactly is the conclusion. That should be the normal process.
it's good to give like opportunities to people. I guess that's something that I learned from you.